You know, if I were in jail, I think I would want my friends to come visit me.
I will be back as soon as I have some answers.
I wish that I could take it back.
Hey, I'm not angry, honestly, I'm not. It's just that the walls are really closing in on Greenlee right now, and I gotta figure out a way that I can help.
Well, tell me what I can do to help. How can I make this better?
You help just by being here.
Call me later and let me know.
Stay out of this. It's none of your business.
Wait a minute. How do you think he can fix this?
By convincing Marissa that AJ is safe around you.
Yo, that's brilliant. I'll get right on it.
You don't think she has a point?
I don't need you or Marissa telling me how to take care of my son.
So what are you gonna do, JR? You're just gonna keep fighting everybody? You're gonna keep fighting me and Marissa and Annie and Caleb? Huh? You gonna take on the world? How's that working for you?
I'll do what I need to do.
Yeah, no matter who gets hurt? Including your son?
Not him.
Huh. Just everybody else. Is that what's gonna make you happy?
You're damn right it will.
Oh, that is crap, and you know it. You are destroying yourself, JR. And for what? For more power? For more vengeance? Haven't you had enough? Is this who you want to be?
I didn't know that you cared, Scotty. Really touching.
I care about this family.
And you cared about Marissa. You cared about her all the way into bed.
You want to make something ugly out of this, that is your choice. But I think that you can convince Marissa that a more shared custody setup is the way to go. If you can convince her that you care, that can make all the difference in the world.
Lessons from you on how to be a good guy.
Take the first step. Come to the cocktail party.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No. Now that way you can prove to the board and to Marissa that we are not at each other's throats, that you are more than just a human wrecking ball.
Big night for you guys.
Biggest night of my new wedded life.
So you're on board with this too?
I think it's a great idea.
What can I say? I accept.
Well, someone's having a bad day. What happened?
I stepped in it big time.
What did you do?
Well, Liza came over to Ryan's and started harassing him with all of these stupid accusations.
What kind of accusations?
That he and Greenlee plotted to kill David together.
That's ridiculous.
I know, but then she wouldn't stop, and I sort of lost it and said something very dumb. I said I heard Greenlee say that she wanted to kill David.
You did what?
I know, stupid.
Stupid? Beyond stupid. Are you kidding me?
That could send Greenlee to prison.
What were you thinking?
Well, I wasn't thinking. I mean, it just kind of came out. I didn't mean to say it.
Really?
What do you mean, really?
Well, that would be one way of getting Greenlee out of Ryan's life. Sending her to prison for the rest of hers.
You know, Greenlee, putting on these acts really isn't going to fool anyone. Oh, and if you think that you're going to try and win over the jury's sympathy by painting David as a bad guy that broke your heart, I'm going to make sure that they're aware of all of his flaws right up front, including that blackmail.
I'm sure you'll do a masterful job.
Oh, yeah, well, you can count on that. Actually, this one is going to be really quite the compelling story of a man that was so desperate to hold on to the woman that he loved. He would do just about anything. And the woman was so desperate to be back with her ex that to get out of the marriage, she killed her loving husband. Huh? I mean, oh yeah, and you throw that in there with, the drug vials and forged notes and a tape of you giving David his last drink. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that the verdict is going to be guilty. What do you think, Counselor?
I think my client is through answering questions. That is, unless you're offering something.
What, a plea? No. I told you I'm not going to jail for something I didn't do. No plea bargain. That's good, because I wasn't going to offer you one. I did love him. David saved my life. I could never do what you're accusing me of. Never.
Okay, that's enough. I have a few things to go over with you before the arraignment.
Fine. I'm innocent, Liza.
You really are incredible. You know that?
Huh. So you're okay with me inviting JR to the party?
It just shows me how generous and decent you are, even when he pushes you.
It's not always easy.
I know.
Man, JR, he just wears you out with all that anger. Everything is a battle with him.
He's just hurting right now. He thinks he could lose his child, and I know what that feels like. JR's just scared.
So is Marissa, Annie. She's scared too. She's scared of what'll happen to her son if she leaves him in this house. It freaks me out too, being here.
Still?
Yeah. I can hear my father's voice asking me if it's worth all the fighting. Reminding me that there's so much more to life than money and power and business. You remember earlier today when it was just you, me, and Emma together as a family? Yeah. He was right there with us. He was saying, this is what it's about, son. This is what's real. This is what's important. I don't want to lose that feeling, Annie. I don't ever want to lose that feeling.
I don't want to lose it either. I love you so much.
Liza,
JR.
can I buy you a drink? I still like ordering once in a while, even though I might not be doing the drinking.
Knock yourself out. Surprise me.
Can I get a scotch and soda, please?
Can't argue with that. So, are you excited about Annie's party?
You were invited? I thought it was for board members and their spouses.
Well, I guess I am the token non-board member. I think I'm there to raise Annie's stature a notch. I can hear the cocktail chatter already. She can't still be crazy criminal if the new district attorney is there, right? Thank you.
Still, I wouldn't go if I were you.
I already RSVP'd. You know, my social calendar isn't exactly full these days.
You set up your daughter's boyfriend. The son of the guy that you're seeing. It's not exactly the kind of entertainment a hostess would want.
I don't know. I think that might actually be a step up for Annie.
Don't go.
I told her I was going.
But you're not going to the party, and you don't need to let Annie know.
You know, last time I checked, yeah, no, you're not in charge of my social calendar, so.
No one's going to show. I'm taking care of the other guests.
Why?
I have my reasons. Trust me, if you show up, it's going to be a big mistake.
Oh, and now I'm hearing threats.
No, of course not. I'm just trying to help you out here. Things are still rough between you and Colby, yes.
And what exactly does that have to do with me raising a glass with Annie?
She can't stand the woman. If you give Annie 1 ounce of credibility, Colby will hate you even more.
Well, tell Annie that I send my regrets.
I wouldn't gain a thing by deliberately throwing Greenlee under the bus.
You would have Ryan all to yourself.
Ryan and I are in a good place.
Okay, but if Greenlee took, I don't know, say a 20-year trip, things would be even better.
Okay, maybe you think that way, but I don't.
Everybody thinks that way.
I hate to see Ryan hurting, okay? And he is tearing himself up about this. It's killing me that I made it worse.
All right, well then do something about it.
Like what?
Tell Liza you made a mistake.
Why? She would never go for it.
She would if you convince her. Just tell her you didn't mean what you said. That you were feeling threatened because Ryan has been paying so much attention to Greenlee and you wanted her out of the picture. So you made it all up. Just take the ammunition out of Liza's hands, please. Unless, of course, I was right the first time and you do want to get rid of Greenlee.
Well, Liza sure doesn't mess around, does she?
Oh, Madison made quite an impression.
Look, I'm sorry about that. She didn't
Whatever.
mean-
It's the least of my problems.
How are you?
Good.
How are you?
I'll be okay. I'm innocent. My lawyer says I can beat this, and my bail hearing's in an hour, so soon I'll be sipping margaritas on the patio. Do you care to join me?
I don't like tequila, and you don't have to pretend like you're not scared.
Takes a lot to scare me.
You've been biting your nails. I know you're scared. That gives it away.
Always have to be right, don't you?
Well, I happen to know you pretty well, Greenlee.
Yeah, and I know you too. And no matter how many times I tell you to go, you think you can help me, right?
Well, you know, that's the plan since this whole mess started, but...
What?
I mean, if there's something that you're not telling... You gotta tell me everything.
I have told you.
I don't think you have. Whatever you're not telling me...
There is nothing.
There is something, Greenlee. I know you. You gotta trust me, okay? What is it? What is it that you're not telling me?